way Navi played. Okay, just play like properly for information, and then we're good to go. I know Nexa is always going to be good about it. The last time they played, they put an emphasis and value on the information. It worked well for them. It came close. And this is going to be the hardest team to, like, one of the hardest, if not the hardest, them and Vitality, to take a win on. But would tell a lot, and it's making this game very interesting to watch. We'll see where it goes. Astralis really pulled away on Vertigo, but there's no telling what this map has in store for us.
There's chickens everywhere. There's like 6 of them over here in apartments, man. But there's no CTs. No, they're all outside of the apps, right here on short side. One underneath the balcony. niko getting curious here. He could walk into the angle of dupreeh. Looked like he wanted to try and catch a man in mid, and, well, he's got 2 kills before he goes down. Now it's kenz's at bat. Device and Magisk. Oh, Nexa, that's a big pickup from behind. Takes the 2-man advantage into a third, as Magisk is all that's left at half health. He tries to deal with Nexa. Great distraction and great kills here from Nexa, peeling it apart from behind.
Crazy that niko can almost misplay by walking into mid, past dupreeh's angle, holding from Boiler, and still get 2 kills in that way. But that's just the kind of player he is. So they sit there, wait for this exec. Seems like they almost kind of expect it, and then as soon as they're thinking, oh no, what if it's going to be some kind of B play and check for mid, they end up getting pushed. But the flash does not do enough, and yeah, niko's just too hard to stop. Looks like he's not even on the poster.
Glocks only for Astralis. A second round that should absolutely fall flat. Keeping an eye on how much money G2 can make and how much money G2 can save by minimizing losses.
Kind of surprised. I feel like I'm, like, when we watch kenz's, it feels like I don't really get what's missing. Like, I know he's one of the smartest clutch players in the game. Like, so smart when it's just like 1vx. Always throws his utility in the right spot, like peeks the right thing, finds cool timings, very creative on the spot. But in the mid-round moments, sometimes he's just missing flicks, like, that looks a little bit more uncomfortable. And I just keep thinking about the fact that he's talked about how he's been watching a lot of device demos and stuff. But, okay, we've got the push coming up to the top of mid. Pressure on Hunter. And he falters.
Yeah, at least 1 kill to the favor of Astralis, but they double it back into the boosted FAMAS of niko. And he's going to keep firing off towards ramp, looking for his 2nd in the round. However, kenz's now peeking deep down middle, making money with the SMGs is G2. A couple kills for the FAMAS of niko as well. They're just sprinkled in, but a clean 2nd round after winning pistol, and we've got Astralis in with a bye.
You know what I mean, though? Like, what is the deal with kenz's? Like,
what's the deal?
How come? Does he just need a new mouse? Because, like, it is a huge part of his brand to be, like, hitting flicks or be in uncomfortable spots and get his way out, but it's like, it feels like it's hot and cold, and it feels like there's a lot of cold right now. I mean, if we look at his match history, he's not doing too bad, but, you know, games like we saw last game, it's just some important moments he's not there. He's always as smart, the kenz's we always know, but those Kenny flicks, they seem to be very, very off and on. It's strange. It's very strange. Okay, 3 rounds in a row. Bottom banana control. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Yeah, liking what you see so far?
Absolutely.
I could see the fumes coming out of your ears when we were watching Navi.
It's hard to watch Navi sometimes, CT Inferno. I won't lie to you. But well, G2 used to be a team.
We are early days.
Similarly.
Plenty of time to still make mistakes. We'll see if that comes into fruition. Right now, we've got Astralis walking up banana. And of course, G2 have conceded it. They were peeking down early, but backed up slightly. Still a crossfire set between niko and Nexa. They just threw a smoke grenade down, but Astralis looked to do the exact same thing, it seems.
Nobody's cheating over on the CT side, plus they have mid control, so rotation's a bit laggy here for a G2. This is a very, very good point in the round for Astralis. 40 seconds up and no rotations in sight. They did peak, but G2, they're not brave enough to make a move. It'll come down to this hold.
Yeah, they're inside of the fire. Nexa is going to trade one back. Hanging on. Swapping guns into the M4. He goes. 20 shots in the magazine. Good enough for a follow-up. And dupreeh's going to try to chase him. Nexa doing substantial damage. Device still stands on 80. Bomb to the back of the site, and kennyS tries to challenge for 2 kills. 1 through smoke, double headshot, no plant. Excellent third round for G2.
It was okay. Right that round, 7 out of 10 for G2. Comes down to a really good hold. They played for info early. It was a good counterplay from Astralis, just wait it out. And the only reason it works out better for Astralis coming up to the top of Banana is because G2 didn't get any nade damage in on them, so no unconfirmed damage in the first, half minute of the round, whatever. And so you'd think they have pretty good odds coming into the site with the execution, with all the proper nades and et cetera, but they get, 390 damage off between 2 players. So good stuff between the boosted position of niko as well as the incendiary from Nexa and the delay of game from Nexa as well up at quad. And this puts Astralis onto just deagles. So we've got G2 in a position where they can kind of turtle up and chill if they'd like. They've got some late grenades to complement this defense, and yeah, they're really just chilling at this point.
Molly deep convinces them back. At the same time as dupreeh kind of sniffs out the situation from Boiler. Amanek has just fallen off of the balcony, so there's not going to be any contact given over by G2. Very much just sitting with a player in pit and library, offering both arch and short side. So this is an invitation from G2, an open door. We'll see how far forward they move at the 45-second mark. Looks like dupreeh's going to have to be the front runner. They've got 2 smokes still on Astralis. If they wanted to cancel out both pit and library, that would put all of the pressure on the shoulders of Hunter. And we start to see that utility trickle in. So sure enough, it's the fight inside a site. Flash meant to prime Hunter, and he tries to swing around the corner. kennyS, he's got himself 1 kill, but Glaive and dupreeh with the deegs, able to take 2 off of this, and it puts Astralis in the post plant. Not to mention, AK and Ump picked up.
Those flashes were sick. They actually thought about turning around to save just for a second. Don't know if they're going to continue on with this. Maybe they're looking for the easy kill. If that doesn't come and enough time ticks down, they potentially turn their backs, and it looks like they're committing. Okay, they get the kill. They start running now. Second one comes in. It comes down to Glaive in the pit. He doesn't find the first deagle kill. Bomb past half. One coming up in the graveyard. The 1 deag does not come through. Nexa defuses the bomb. It's a close call. I really would like to see the flashes on that delayed attack. They threw them in such a way that it felt like the attack was already underway, but then they came through and still blinded the players on site. Just very, very nicely done from Astralis on the attack. It makes them look kind of foolish the way they die, turtling up, holding the site, but the spots were kind of just fine. It was just really good utility usage, I feel like, from Astralis.
Yep.
To make the most of that.
Running in before that smoke on library popped as well. That's why kennyS is able to get a kill. And that second smoke they had thrown into pit shifted a player into little pit where he lost his head. So really cool, really cool.
Really cool.
So cool, so modern. Very Danish. Zipix, he's dead. He's just looking to hold the apartments in the first, or not first, but following gun round of Astralis. It's already the 5v4. Easy pickup, but again, kind of a lagging rotation through arches, and with kennyS being taken down low, we get that utility usage out of the B player. Now G2 are starting to sprint over, trying to come give niko a helping hand. niko, he doesn't have much help because kennyS is already so low. Molotov's moving forward from the CT spawn. dupreeh is forced out of the barbecue pit, and Hunter, well, he's boosted up just in the nick of time. Takes down a player as smoke fades. Man advantage here for G2. No bomb plant yet, and poor device stuck back behind Nubox.
Oh, sliver of an angle here versus quad. Yeah, but they maintain numbers. The molly does nothing, and this bomb is stranded. Oh, look at this rotation.
This is huge.
But Amanek, he's too sharp. He's watching the flank here, and they've got enough staff on the site at this point. They don't even have to worry about that, and they just kind of have a gap where device could have potentially walked off of quad.
Yep.
But it doesn't seem to affect the CD setup at all.
No.
Even though the information isn't there.
The thing is, Hunter gave up the angle. Oh, dupreeh, that's a big pickup. And now Hunter, you can still see him kind of pulled in 2 directions. He was watching Device, who waited so long before making his move. dupreeh and Device absolutely milking this mid-round moment. Let's see if Amanek can pull up with the clutch. Doesn't have a kit currently on him. He's got bodies and kits ahead. Device still over towards Nubox, giving up a bit of a shot. dupreeh now can turn his attention around, and nawwk's gonna get called into the open. He rounds the corner, gets the first, and that's substantial damage. 3 health. All the Device has left needs to be the USP, and Device shuts him down.
Oh, you wish he had that. That was such a nice spray transfer attempt. I think he even got an extra bullet or 2 through the missile crates at the quad position, and here's niko trying to do some damage on the hold. So we relive this belabored experience on the attack towards B. This is crazy, the amount of patience from Device. Now, I do think it is a little bit ugly from the perspective of, first of all, dupreeh hits a great shot, but like, kennyS is supposed to die if he misses there. He just needs to hit that one. And yeah, this is a round that should have gone G2's way. But it is also a round where Astralis, they try to punish. Okay, we're already going in for the trades from apartments. Kills go down. Man advantage here for Astralis. Slight health advantage just because of zywoo staying alive, winning his last engagement. niko sitting on lane by himself with a smoke. Fast into the mid round, but an early spray down as well from the other Kovac. And niko will try to join hands with him, but ends up getting taken down.
Hunter just looking to stop it, but he loses his head to the hands of dupreeh, and Kenny's going to save because there's no way he gets into this one. So G2 wanting to get aggressive, Launders, and biting off more than they can chew.
Yeah, at least, you know, I think at least they tried something. It's an early tactic. It fails pretty hard in some sense. When you go for something, you know, this committal, you're really hoping that you're not just going to get mowed down. But too many players in ult to fight him, and everybody was on full alert. Kill a piece between zywoo, dupreeh, and glaive. So and then I guess Magisk, who ended up dying. But I guess we'll take a second look at this duel as well. That's probably a big one. You know, niko gets that, plus Hunter still alive on the site. Then they could talk. But there's some frustration. That's okay. But on that last round, like, we're seeing Astralis, and keep watching for this. Astralis, they're telling themselves if G2 aren't playing for banana, they're going to try to punish. They're going to keep execing B as long as it's not contested.
How much stock do you put into this solo Kenny S round?
I would put a lot, but I just don't know what kind of day it is for Kenny.
Sure. He's 5-1 at the moment.
Yeah.
The day itself in question, but a decent enough start here on Inferno. He's going to move over to the A site off of the back of this one.
You call it. How many kills?
2.
2, okay. And the rounder?
Astralis win, and he saves.
Okay.
He's going to get boosted here on the head of nawwk. dupreeh already kind of whizzing shots by. Ooh, that's a nice one. Right into glaive as he jumps into the top of ramp. So Kenny in with 1 to kick this off. Obviously not a retrievable weapon for the rest of his team, so he still has a lot of work to do. A lot. He's playing over on Arch side now, and of course 3 members of G2 on the B site. Oh. But it is nawwk with the deagle, right? If anybody else is supposed to get a kill, it could be this sidearm.
Yeah, they're playing pretty scared right now, but they keep numbers.
Kenny's peeking down mid, and he got himself a second. nawwk, he's not been checked. Oh, this is perfect! nawwk, up close and personal. Kenny gives us a trio of kills, and G2 rob a round.
A full house. What a tag team. That was beautiful. Yeah, moved around nicely. Opening kill with confidence, rotated with, you know, deliberately into the archway, and nawwk didn't overplay his hand. Sat up there and waited. Here's that first kill. Right into the belt of his opponent on glaive and moved out quickly. And this is a great spot to stand in, also because you stop them in a position where you can see their model fully, but they might be completely smoke blind. Just close enough to the smoke.
And also crouching against the wall there, you saw how the pit player, who hadn't been able to extend to the opposite side of pit, couldn't clear him.
Yeah, true. So no line of sight there.
Really good job at minimizing risk and maximizing potential. Kenny S swoops in from Arch to deliver a third. So exceeding expectations there in the 7th round. Kenny taken to the top of the scoreboard alongside niko, except Kenny doesn't die. He is 8-1 as we start this 8th round.
The only thing that just keeps going through my head for G2 is just, please don't play scared. Please don't play scared. You know, with the amount of, like, the players that they have, and, like, even on when they didn't have niko, like, they know that they could take down basically anyone. They're a team who touched top 1 in 2020, but sometimes it feels like they don't play with the confidence they should have. just looking for what the response is going to be. We got Fast up to the half wall, and Device, funnily enough, you know, he's got the most polish on him, but he always gets down and dirty with these plays. First man up to take all the HE damage and go for the fights.
But Kenny hits the collateral, dives into the bomb site. They give chase. Kenny comes back, and he's looking for even more. They're close, and Kenny's so crisp, but he can't quite get that fourth one. So we're back into the 2 versus 2. There's no bomb on this play, so things have to slow down. But what a recovery from Kenny.
That was nasty. And Magisk posted up in the right spot. And it looks like he's going to be very stoic about where he places his crosshair. Holding first for construction for quite some time. Now tossing some grenades. The bomb is not going to get planted just yet. He is trying to encourage some kind of push, and it does come. Hunter pushes forward instead of backward off the Molotov. Looks like it went a little bit too deep, just taking a peek at the mini-map. And now dupreeh in some kind of awkward walking engagement with almanac. Two kind of lurky boys, right? dupreeh's always in the halls. Almanac always in the halls as well. But it looks like Almanac might get one in the back of the head. And now we've got the long distance run to the bottom.
Get the kill.
Holy crap.
Get the kill. Oh my God.
That
Hunter
was the round, by the way.
Oh, it's a close one. He takes the fight. Hunter takes the fight, and he finishes this off.
He doesn't know where the bomb is.
Wow.
He thinks that's the easiest way he's going to win the round.
He takes one more step towards Arch, and he is done for. He was running on the reload.
Such a good play by dupreeh.
Oh,
almost held the perfect angle. And yeah.
But these Kenny shots.
Beautiful. Why couldn't he get the fourth one, though?
Right?
It would have been a moment. That's frustrating. He heard every footstep. It was like the baby running gif. You know, runs into the room, runs out of the room.
Right. In and out.
Turns around with an AK, shoots you back. Oh, man, that was quite unfortunate.
Crucial round as well. That would have been, you know, the back and forth that would favor Astralis because the economy would have been non-existent for G2. This suddenly could have been a tied game, but now G2, they've got an open door to run away with a solid CT side. It's going to be a bit of time before Astralis have a buyback. But let's see if they can make magic happen with the Deagle and the Tech-9. Look how close that was. And this too, right? Had he just kept running towards the B site, he would have been caught in the air.
He was thinking, oh, great, I can take the engagement now instead of playing a post plant. But dupreeh didn't even have the bomb.
What a round. Things are getting electric here on Inferno. But it's Astralis who are shocked as they're down by 4. Glaive gives chase, and the grenade damage is decent. He doesn't get much off with that Tech-9. Pistols on the precipice of this A site. Trying to inch their way closer. Again, more chip damage being dealt versus G2, but that's what they needed, an opening. Glaive finds the Tech-9 frag. We've got a man stranded in the middle. Hunter, he's got Amanek trying to help him over towards the pit. Hunter gets only one. Now it's up to Amanek. His goes down dry. niko peeks. He gets a second. And he just dives into the cover here. So a 2v2. Bombs down inside of the site. MAC-10 player could pick this up. zywoo instead has to wait for that incendiary to burn itself out. And this buys time. Nexa's gonna wrap around through middle. And all the while, niko just sits inside this smoke. Bomb inevitably planted. That's money and something here for Astralis, but it's zywoo in a clutch, and you know what that means. Nexa about to peek. niko looking to come in, synchronized with him. zywoo's trying to shave off the 1v1s, but it's just not gonna happen. Awesome push in with pistols from Astralis, but a 7th round win for G2.
Absolutely perfect shoulder peaks, and let's take a look at niko saving the day. Dude, tracking him like an overnight package here. Out the air. That's Magisk going down, and this is where a couple of very fast and scary pistol kills come in for Astralis, and you think they're gonna overwhelm the site.
niko performing.
That you think they're going to steal back the eco, get right back into the game. But yeah, niko absolutely saves the day. Another early, huge lead here in kills. Kenny's keeping up though. 11 for him.
Yep. That's 12-5 is niko, 11-3 for Kenny. Nobody on the side of Astralis really performing above and beyond. Not yet. course, we've got 6 rounds to go in this T side, and Astralis, they need rounds. Still, though, a successful enough buy in the last one that G2's money's on the line right here in the 10th. And Astralis dodge a bullet with that bomb plant, come in with a nice bolstered buy. This is very much a chance for them to jackknife the half back in their favor. We'll see. Sizing up the A site, but yet again, G2 kind of playing Amanek up on Balk, 1 man inside of Library, no longer forcing the issue close to middle or boiler. And these smoke grenades over top from Astralis create space. They create a bit of ambiguity. G2 not sure what exactly is going on.
Yeah, but they're so... This is what I was talking about, you know? Like, don't play scared, don't play scared. They have no plans to retake top banana, no plans to retake lane. They literally don't have arch. They don't have any vision on TP. They're going to be scared. Oh, they come back through lane, actually. Glaive goes 1 for 1 with them. kennyS in a tight spot, but the good flash from himself ends up netting a kill. 3v3, and the rotations start to come over. Amanek, how scared are you, man?
We've got to see him do something. Other than those deagle kills, he hasn't provided much in terms of pit holds. Such a crucial player. Now's his chance. Gets 1 kill, dives into the cover, can't quite get it. So damn close, but it falls onto the shoulders of Nexa. 5 seconds to spare. Magisk cleared, and Xyp9x with 11 HP. He's dived back behind the column. Molly forces him into the open, and Nexa wins the clutch.
Way to save the day. Another heroic effort by another G2 member. That's so nicely done from Nexa. And yeah, no, I guess they did have plans all along. Coming back through mid, man, I was thinking this is just crazy. Like, how can they sit back for this long and let Astralis take up so much space? But they go back in for it. Rotations come in just in time. A ridiculous shot by Magisk. And Amanek with that final dink might have also helped full send this round for Nexa.
Hands down.
Look at the utility usage here. Just the zoning grenade on the Molotov to push him out to the right. Xyp9x is in an uncomfortable spot. Another 1v1 loss for him.
G2 keeping that momentum. We've got an Astralis pause at the moment, talking things over.
I still do feel like they're late to the call. They need to be a bit more proactive and a bit faster.
Sure.
It's so messy when they come back for bracket control. It never feels like they're in full, like they have the full information. And, you know, that means to me that Astralis are still in this half, and they could have won a number of these rounds already.
Good rifle work from Kenny.
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah, insane for sure. It's true. He ties up even better KD than niko with that 12 kills.
But who has the lead in ADR? Of course, that's niko. 122 to 86 for Kenny.
Opping, you know, most of the time, so sure. You take what you can get with ADR.
But he goes glass cannon this time. Just tried to praise him for his rifle work, and you know that M4 looked good last round. Looks like he wants to swing the cannon.
They're going for the Virtus Pro stack, but oof, they do it in an awkward timing. No cover, Glaive peeks.
Yeah, and that's going to allow for them to come out from balcony. Kenny with no armor gets himself 1 kill, and
the glass on.
No armor, and he still holds the line, but he can't quite get that quick scope. And now the smoke can be thrown by Glaive, blocking off vision from niko, and giving Astralis another A site post plant. Awkward timing for that boost as Astralis round the corners of middle. The full belts of utility here for niko and Nexa. Did they take this chance? Did they run this retake? They still got time to make it work. Bomb at the halfway point.
Oh, they've got a utility, so much utility to dump for the amount of time left over, plus the pit players. It looks like they're going to try to get this damage in, and they do get the kill. Can they move forward off of this? Figuring out how to use their utility. Molotovs come out. One on the side defends, and the other in pit maintains the crossfire. No chance for niko.
No, he's just going to let this bomb pop. Hopes not to go down with it. Ooh, gets away alongside the 2 players of Astralis. So I like that they just flustered Astralis a bit there. Definitely with that double frag grenade kill, there was a chance where they each pick up a frag and jump on that bomb within all of the chaos, but that is not the case. Astralis, their 3rd T round to the board. And kennyS, the only player to put up frags on this A site, this second one, to deny the balcony peek.
This is just the worst situation, right? On the CT side, you're going in for the boost, of course. On top, you're going to have the triple lane set up. You're going to have the back of halls washed. It's the strat that's coming towards you. But Glaive, it's just Glaive's vision on these rounds. He's always the first to peek. He's taking the first engagement at top mid. It's always at a good timing. He's being so annoying right now. And he's got a high percentage of wins on his opening kill attempts. That's just putting so much pressure on G2. They're going to try to overstack the B site to support this AK on niko. And Astralis, I mean, maybe it's not clear to them exactly what kind of guns G2 have, but they're going to come into this B exec. And maybe there are some odds here for G2.
Yeah, Nexa's still up. Does a little bit of damage. Device down to half. Chipping away with the pistols. Magisk also sub 50. Down goes Device thanks to Kenny. A USP shot through the smoke. Why not?
They still don't know about niko inside the site, and we're going to see, well, the bomb gets dropped. They go back to hold. It looks like they might come back into this site, but Kenny tries to get an AK a bit too soon.
Maybe that actually draws them back to the B site. Had they walked away, it's only one player on A. Now niko's AK could still prevail. Molotov right behind him, and Magisk susses out the situation. Double kill on the re-engagement. How many gets them everything they need?
How many times have you seen Magisk just dismantle Crossfire and B on the entry like that? Really beautiful stuff. That's one of the strongest angles right now, is just that second oranges peak that niko has been in a couple of times this half, as well as on top of the second oranges, where Xyp9x plays a lot. I think that's a fan favorite for sure. He's so strong from that spot. olofmeister not needed in this round, was holding out on the A site to make sure no one had to rotate. And now we'll try to hold off the exit at the bottom of Banana. Wow, G2 with 8 rounds. It's already such a respectable scoreline. And they don't seem to be done just yet. But Astralis showing us they're still in the game.
Give him the laser beam. Ah, no. Astralis play it nice and safe, keeping 4 players alive and taking that 4th round of the scoreboard. Still, work to be done for Astralis. Had a chance for G2 to really extend this lead, but the money's not there for this round. So another little half buy before they can try and kind of close out this first half.
No, not enough money to invest. Give them another one. Okay. So, what will be the plan of action? CT sprawl the map. I don't think there's anything special coming out in terms of stacks so far, it looks like. Got a conglomerate of CTs over on lane, one up in towards the halls, but apart from that, it's very defaulty. Let's see if Astralis end up going back to B or if they continue forward.
Really no chance for G2 with the way Astralis are squeezing this one, leaving bomb all the way back in spawn, and the off chance that something goes awry. But following procedure into the A site, everything's going good. Surgical accuracy from dupreeh.
Yeah, that's why you obviously kind of want to see something like a stack or a push or something.
Yeah.
Try to tip the odds a little bit instead of just playing standard position as if you had rifles, but no innovations today.
A little flavor, a little life, some pizzazz. Yeah. Not the case here in the 13th. So G2 let a 5th round slip through, but they're playing for 9 or 10 on this CT half.
So it looks like with the way these rounds have gone, it'll just have to be 2 rifle rounds in a row from G2. No economic damage there on the pistols. The buy-up comes in, and we see the tally of grenades lining up for all of the CTs. Kenny has full strength with the AWP. A great half from him so far, 15 and 7. And what will be the opening play? We've got some deep Molotovs coming in. Device trying to cheat his way up to the top of Banana. They push into his position, but he doesn't get 2 this time. He doesn't get any, in fact. Hunter will win, and from there, just recede from the Banana.
That's all they wanted.
And he's also one of the A players, so B remains fortified in terms of HP and numbers.
Really looked to me like Hunter didn't have vision. So much inside of that smoke, but gets away with it. Now it's up to Glaive to try and take it back. There's 3 Ts here, but Glaive very far ahead. Look at him go inside of the site. Nexa coming out from CT with a double kill to his name. Everyone other than Xyp9x is slain, and it's all on the Clutch King. G2, very strong position to take away a 9th CT round and gun for that double digits in the first half.
That was a little bit uncharacteristic.
Crazy Glaive.
I was like, okay, he's baited out grenades. Oh,
How much does Hunter see? Ah, he's fine.
Yeah, I was really, really surprised that they just committed this hard. I mean, of course, if he gets a kill, we can talk, but maybe, I don't know what he was expecting. But it was just following a feeling. Not a round you see every day. But it works out really just fine for G2, who have 9 rounds, looking for 10. But again, because of no eco damage on those previous rounds, a full strength buy here with device on the AWP. And stopping that B aggression is very nice as well. Oh, device get tagged through Magisk.
Damn, Kenny. Putting up the damage. Taking names today on Inferno. The top fragger for G2 here as this half comes to a close. No answer yet from Astralis. Looking like a 5-10 half unless Glaive slips through arches. He has found timing. Kenny's not watching. Kenny, he's going to fall victim to this. And how much more can Glaive scoop away from G2?
This is where you need to retake lane on CT side. Knowing Arch is taken over.
Ooh, a chance, but niko hits the headshot. Puts a close to that one. zywoo, he's going to get himself a bit of success still towards the A site again. We've got one man over towards Pit and mantuu. And yet arches remain open. Because of Glaive's expedition through the CT spawn, they've got a choice to make. And mantuu, ooh, tight duel versus zywoo. Low HP for the 2 players, pops the chicken and device, throws the flash out and finishes this half for G2. 10 rounds on the CT side. With this 3rd map lying and doing their own thing, now this team's together, and they've got it together because they're 6 rounds away from taking a best of 3 over Astralis for the start of 2021.
And they've got 3 players who had a really good half. Nexa, 12-7, niko, 14-6, Kenny S, 16-6. Very key pieces of the puzzle to put together this lead. And they got some very fortunate rounds, you know, some comeback rounds.
Undoubtedly.
But I mean, they're a team full of skill.
I think we saw those in that mic'd up segment just now. The amount of pressure in those 1v1s, that's why they're popping off, because they know how close this was.
And they, it's honestly, I had more questions about their CT side than their T side. I'm looking forward to their T side a lot. So we'll see, you know, Astralis will still be an equivalently potent threat in the second half on their CT side, but yeah, we have no idea where this game is going to take us. But what a banger of a 3rd map it's been so far. Everyone playing back in their positions. G2 begged to make a decision, but no matter how much time they spend, it doesn't seem like they're going to get any more information that can influence where they go. Hunter just lining up the God Flash for B, and niko wrapping towards Arch. He'll spot the device. Maybe this will be the first duel of the rounds.
Ooh.
Okay, well, clear victor right there.
Clean little headshot. Here comes the pop into the B site. CT's given up some real estate, definitely. zywoo fades back beyond coffins. Glaive's here with him. And this bomb's going to go down. So we've got a man advantage for Astralis with 0 kits on the play.
Yeah, they've got someone holding banana, lots of HP, and pretty good spots.
Smoke goes over top, so that's going to kind of cancel out Hunter in terms of holding off on the CT cross. Pressure on mantuu. He hears many footsteps coming through construction, and we've got G2 sitting in the backside. Kenny S catching a kill and a second into Glaive. He's been so good, and now Hunter emerges through the smoke, so G2 about to take this second pistol. dupreeh has no time to defuse. G2 with an 11th round win.
And the smoke gets used against them. Clean stuff in the post plant, bringing the numbers up and all the right players too, just to highlight how good of a map Kenny S is having. Very clean stuff from Emo, holding it down. He could have even afforded to die. That's how far ahead they were here at this point of the round. You see the clock has already ticked down so far. Very, very good stuff. And now it's, yeah, officially, I mean, what can you say? Their game to lose, right?
Kenny's looking good, Mohan.
Yeah, very good.
This is a good game for him.
It doesn't really give me more confidence in like the overall like prospect of Kenny S just because he can and then he doesn't, but
in this game particularly, oh, but Magisk! A little bit of magic with that Desert Eagle.
Uh-oh.
The first player kind of turned his back to him, assuming it'd get traded. Oh, and now zywoo with a dirty deagle. Pushes it on to Nexa. Damage done. dupreeh right inside of the smoke. And Nexa makes sound. He throws another smoke on the position and could just prioritize plant.
You know?
Minute 15.
I feel like he's calculating everything properly. I feel like he jumped right into that, knowing there was someone potentially there, trying to suss this kill out. But the deagle has fallen back right into the perfect position. He might get shot on the side. Yeah, nice. That's it. dupreeh, nicely played, man. Could have sat there on the other side of the smoke, let Nexa clear things out, and then had to take a fight. But that's not how it went. Let's relive the Magisk triple. One in the back, one in the chest, and one in the head.
Nice. That third kill.
Oh, zywoo, did he get the first one?
Yeah, zywoo got the first.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Yep. And ride the highs.
Oof.
Endure the lows.
That's tough. Not necessarily anything wrong with going V fast there. Like, you know, strategically, it's totally fine. It's just going to happen to you sometimes.
Yeah.
Just got owned.
Just got owned, yeah.
Got owned. Got to walk it off.
Walked into that deagle crossfire.
It's going to happen.
See if they can get the ball rolling. But I mean, just Glocks. Nothing but Glocks for G2. So no surprise that Magisk chews up a couple players. He's going to stick around with the USP.
Just need a reload break.
And now the M4 of Device. Good for another kill. Glaive makes a little bit of bonus money. And the hunt is on. Only Nexa left up. 7th round for the Danes.
One of the struggles that Astralis have cited in the past versus niko, I think I interviewed them, DreamHack Masters winner, after their win, was about niko. And niko able to fight them when they take bottom banana control. And Magisk said, niko's a good player, but the way he was peeking, like I didn't really think much of it. But he was still able to get the kills. And he said because niko's aim is so good, he can get away with that stuff. But that's just a perpetual threat, right? You know, you can have the right strategy and stuff, but niko could show up at your front door, kick it in, and get everyone. So I think that's a problem for them that they're going to have to think about, depending on where he's going on these defaults. But sometimes he will be a threat towards your banana control. And you know that Astralis are going to properly, you know, throw attempts at it very often. Here's one right now. G2 waiting it out, trying not to get naded. Some counterplay from the Ts, just to entertain the CTs a little bit. Maybe draw out a bit more utility if they can. All the while, they go and take on Halls with Hunter and one other. The CTs feel confident about what they've thrown down so far. And the Ts, they haven't tested this at all. It seems like they'll just move kind of directly into a full A attack. Device gets some information on that arch peak. Bracket control is one temporarily here for G2. And it seems no decision has been made just yet. niko, how curious is he getting? Just about to turn that corner.
Ooh, nice flash. Great timing there for Astralis. Taking down Hunter with 0 chance of a response. They've got niko still sizing up the B site. Device hears this. Good dink. Great damage. mantuu and Kenny, after killing Nexa, both taken down to the sub 30 HP. Glaive tucked inside of the CT spawn gets wrecked. He lands a little bit more damage onto mantuu. Maybe niko can take control of the situation. He has to clear second oranges, and he misses his chance. Now that wide swing denies the bomb plant. Had he hit the headshot, then this could have been a round for G2, but instead, an 8th for Astralis.
It actually comes down to zywoo picking the perfect time to swing out. Like how he swings out, not waiting for that to get hard cleared. That was a very tense moment, right? niko's the only player with full HP. He absolutely must win this duel, and that allows him to take Kenny down too. And Kenny, he's got no choice but to stick. That is almost 300 damage straight up by Device on the archway, and a good flash tactic in the halls. And you can see, even when it feels like it's a pretty innocuous round on the CT side from Astralis, they're always thinking about doing something. Sure. And to try to get information back somewhere. They're finding it in such a clean way that's really hard to stop, and it must be frustrating for someone like Hunter, who was apartment shopping for like a whole minute.
Right.
Yeah. Only for someone to come in and what would it be called if you were like trying to find an apartment, someone comes in and buys, they put down a better offer than you and take your apartment? It happened to you recently, right?
It did happen to me recently. Yeah, I was like, damn, this is hitting home. It resonates. I don't know, snatch it.
Snatch.
I feel like he snatched it away from
Snatch your apartment. Yeah. I think there's a word for that. Sharked it. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Let's see. The match is paused for the meantime. Everything's pretty even. You know, no red flags in terms of ADR, which is very nice.
We've got spillage
on the keyboard.
Spillage on the play.
Orange juice, water, coffee. What are we talking about here?
I don't know. I don't want to use brand names.
You ever put your keyboard in rice?
In rice?
Yeah.
No, does it make you play better?
No, if you spill water on it or something.
Never have.
Never heard of that?
Nope. Never need to.
I don't think it actually works that well, but yeah, the idea is that, you know, because like the rice would just soak the water up.
Oh, I mean, it definitely works with like cell phones. That's 100% true. 100% works. Yeah, yeah.
Same thing with keyboards.
Yeah, but I mean, do you have a dish big enough to submerge a keyboard in rice, or do you just pour the rice on top? Oh, we got a nosebleed.
Oh, that's the spillage. Wait, is it?
I don't want to look at this. I'm weak. I have a weak stomach. Please play like this, Amanek. Let's get to
I think that's how you should, really.
I can't wait for Amanek to get an ace. We cut to the player cams, and he's just standing there with a ghost coming out of his nose.
A ghost. Oh, man. I mean, I hope he's okay.
He's just getting nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, we might win.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, I hope it's not too serious. I mean, I don't know. Haven't had a nosebleed in a long time.
You sure? The hotel's pretty dry.
Oh, it is a dry hotel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blast, for buying me a humidifier.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
We are spoiled here in Copenhagen.
That actually is a game changer. I was sleeping about 3 hours a night.
I'm going to ask him for a new car.
New car. Good luck with that. So, do you have an answer for why Astralis always seem to be in a new place? Like every member, we've got the blue light room.
Yeah.
Like we used to have the angle with dupreeh where he had the candle beside him.
Yep.
And then we saw Zonic sitting beside Glaive and Device in one of the angles, but now he's at home. But then sometimes they're in the office, and sometimes they're not always on the same computer. Is that the secret?
I'm not sure.
Either way, this land situation that like we've got someone to bring Amanek napkins. You know what I'm saying? That's Lanergy.
That's Lanergy.
Okay? That's camaraderie. That's something that we couldn't get fully online. It just feels like you can, the losses are so much more palpable when you see teams lose when they're all just sitting in their rooms alone.
I mean, there's no arguing against it. You hear players all the time in interviews talk about how, like, when you're separated from one another, when you're not side by side, it's like hard to bring players out of their lows.
Yeah.
And you're not all feeding off of each individual high.
Yeah.
You know, niko drops a clutch next to you. You could hear how much they were popping off in that mic'd up segment. That sounded like a LAN.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, we haven't gotten those segments from the kinds of moments with the teams not alongside one another. Mm-hmm. So yeah, dude, it's real. Big LAN energy.
For sure.
And we've got everybody readying up.
Cool. I like when I don't know what happened, and we just have to piece it together like a mystery.
Right? Yeah, yeah. It's like a murder mystery.
Yeah.
Here at Blast.
I feel like just a viewer. It's awesome. It's humbling.
For you guys' patience, we got Amanek covered in blood. Gonna have to be the killer because he has that solo AK here for G2.
True. A lot of responsibility for someone with an injury.
Maybe that's why he's bleeding. He accidentally bought this and Nexa slapped him.
Yeah. Nexa's not capable of violence. IRL.
Jokes aside, this is a big round because Astralis only trailing by 3. And after losing this second half pistol round, bounced back immediately with the Deagle Force and haven't lost a round since. Amanek starts to slip beyond the mid play.
Yeah.
And with dupreeh having just picked up that mid kill.
I think, I mean, you know, that kill could mean a lot to the setup. Amanek slips through. It feels like there's a chance.
Yo.
Oh, he's really, really patient about it. There's still 2 players here on the archway. One shows himself. One more was in the arch, but then he gets shot in the back by dupreeh. AK gets blown in his direction.
Thank you. dupreeh here dismantling the 20th round for G2. He's on for the ace, but Glaive through smoke will take it. The 9th round for Astralis, and an easy one at that. No mishaps whatsoever from that solo AK, and now G2 bounced back with a buy. Mac 10 on mantuu. Very capable with the mini Uzi. Well, not quite, mini SMG.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Time to stay up, stay positive within 2. All right, what's the plan of action? I'm sure everyone's been following along. There's been a lot of interesting stuff to happen in this match so far. And no idea how it's all going to culminate. We're still a lot to learn here about how Astralis will play on their CT side, and what we can expect from G2 if the stars will continue to shine, especially with keniS and niko. keniS very much a supportive role on the T side, where he AKs a lot, rarely ops, if ever, and throws a lot of the grenades for their executes, whether it's A, B,
C. Molly down. And, ooh, nexa burnt to a crisp device. Almost gets back at it with another, but mantuu jumping around these corners with the Mac 10, and the B site is wide open. Flashes come through from the CT spawn, and mantuu now has to plant this bomb. He will get it in time, barely, as the Molotov and fire spread. It's 2 CT frags coming back. Hunter eats the flash, and that pushes this onto the shoulders of keniS. We know he has some clutch in him, but dupreeh popping up over coffins as Kenny crosses to the corner, and they've got the retake under wraps.
Wow, it's crazy how maybe that plan isn't even possible if mantuu doesn't get that trade. Jumping up onto Car in that fashion with the Mac 10, winning the duel versus device opens that round up completely, but it only allows them to get the plant. They don't survive in the post. Nades come in with haste here, the incendiary and the Molotov, or the incendiary and the HE, excuse me, and the continued pressure. And that is actually such a key piece to the retake, is while the bomb is getting planted and people are finding their spots, to put pressure on with the grenades and getting damage there. Do not ever let off the gas pedal in that regard. You've got to fight for every single inch. dupreeh running down mid with the ferocity and putting together a nice spray to take nexa out. Device combines with him, gets a kill, and is able to potentially fall back. It looks like he was about to get hunted down, but finds a way out.
Yeah, ate a flashbang there on the chase, so G2 weren't able to extend into device. He's got a little bit more of a comfort zone now with the smoke up. Man advantage for Astralis, looking to tie this game at 11-all.
Hunter could not help at all. Glaive out here, sitting at the coffins. And it looks like we've got the feeling, right, from CeRq. He already knows what the plan of action is. mantuu mollying down as they run out.
Tons of damage being done here by Glaive. Frag on the mark. Fire on the feet. xyp9x on the smoke. And just a bit more utility damage here. Glaive takes the boost up and body bags another with the smoke kill to boot. So, sure enough, we are all tied up. And of course, for the time being, G2 gonna have to hold off before they get another buy.
Yeah, he's so quick with those fast tactics. I'm not sure if the Molotov is there to interrupt the smoke or if it's there to make it seem like they're still mollying out sandbags or something else, just to take their attention away from that, or to bait out some kind of nade that's used when they molly out sandbags, some kind of timing. But that's an interesting one. I'd like to take another look at that for sure. And maybe on a future round when they throw it. But we are just down to pistols for G2. The nades are here at least. Device spots an opponent. Bank incendiary off to mid. And the teeth will start to crush, but they get punished for their fast take.
As it always is, the Astralis utility on Inferno is just so good. None of these guys getting a chance to fight from G2 with being on full HP. keniS with the P250 finds himself a solo frag, and that's all they get, G2. Astralis taking a one-round lead as they dismantle the pistols, but G2 look to bounce back now.
Yeah.
However, a solid CT side, again. Of the 8 rounds they've played in the second half, G2 only picked up that pistol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're definitely in the rhythm. It makes it, they're playing it like it looks very easy for them. Scary sign for G2. Of course, they've still got stuff, and we'll see if they do any of it. But right now, some of their slow defaults are getting called out. Some very good protocols, punishing grenades, you know, flashing tactics and everything. Okay, niko tries to stop this push. That's a good opening kill. It's actually nexa from the back lines that hooks him up. And the AG, oh, very slightly does some damage, but the 5v4 means more than anything else. That was through the wall.
What the heck? Now they're going to go for the double peek.
Oh, it doesn't actually result in a kill. Device's eyes go crossed. They come up the halls quickly. The rest of the T's are going to join him. Magisk is all alone. He gets put in the dirt.
G2, a near flawless round here. As they shut down that initial banana control, go right back at that A site. Flash was fantastic. And the follow through, that double peek onto Device, good stuff. You know, I think that like the shots through the wall could have indicated to him the warning sign, because if somebody's in that room, then it means they're already primed for a double peek. You've got a player on the right side of the hallway, and moments later, sure enough, it comes straight at him. No kill from the sniper of Astralis, and G2 tied right back at 12. Their first round since the pistol.
That's good. I mean, they extinguish the flame. It looks a very confident round. They get away with a small fold on the default on banana with nexa, with niko, and they play that advantage to its fullest, taking over Hall's control safely. You know, of course, this could have been a situation after this kill where, you know, they don't play this properly. Device gets away with one frag, and then they're back to figuring out how to get back into the round with no incentive for Astralis to push anything. But instead, they just keep pushing this advantage over and over again.
Let's see if they can convert for consecutive round wins. Dane's having a grand old time. Economy still healthy for Astralis. They'll be able to buy even if they lose this. We're right where we want to be for the final few rounds of this third map.
Yeah, totally. An interrupted winning spree to tie up the game. Both teams 4 away from winning. Strong first half from the team that's struggling in the second. Questions, questions, questions about what comes next. Here's a position where there is a gap in the timing where G2 could try to punish, but Astralis, I think they feel comfortable holding their grenades. G2 do take a little bit more time than most teams in these spots, and you don't want to go for the retake of information too quickly in that position, because then you're not going to do it twice, right? Flash retake to the top of banana. I think there's always also the play that niko can make where he just takes a dry duel at the top of B into the site. He might be able to find one. Oh, dupreeh's having some pressure put on him.
Yep, Magisk too, but he stays silent. amanek's already out on balcony, and there is where Magisk will stop him. There's another player to come out soon enough, and Magisk's gonna throw down that smoke preemptively. Flash goes high, doesn't peek around it. No kills come in until Device finds Kenny. And now G2 down to the 2v4. 20 seconds, they might just have to save. They don't really have what it takes to completely rebuy in the next one, so 2 guns will make the difference. Non-consecutive round wins for G2 yet again.
Wow, what exactly happened there? Well, they like come out to fight dupreeh. I'm actually shocked that dupreeh even gets one. He eats the flash like it's his favorite meal. Like, he's blind the entire time. He sprays into the apartments. I think he even has to adjust to make sure that he's lining it up within the doorway, and then he gets a kill. This is like shocking. And then Magisk is like has no idea someone's come out here, and amanek is just like doesn't even think that Magisk could be anywhere in the pit.
Ooh.
After not seeing him on the balcony, maybe assuming he was underneath the balcony or something, but he's wrong about that. And then they just putter to a halt, have the save. Kind of a disappointing way to go out. We're going to need a little bit more ferocity here from G2.
See if we get it in the 26th. Back at it with the guns. You'd love to see it.
I think this is where you could really just let niko, you know, take control of the game. Like, see if he can try to make a play on banana. It's totally viable. We've seen multiple people do it. A lot of the IGLs, Kerrigan, Glaive. We've seen niko try this, where it's just at a certain timing at the top of B. If it's all clear, you're trying to take a fight on somebody at first. Oranges are in CT spawn with your rifle. Just a dry duel. Can be a really annoying thing for them to deal with. And we've seen G2 use this boost before. He doesn't know that somebody's on the right side. But there is a chance that they walk back into his line of sight.
That's the third smoke thrown from Astralis here at the top of Banana. So very successfully burning a minute off of the clock.
They're trying to put some pressure on A just so that somebody takes a risk on the B site, but
there it is.
See what happens.
5 HP for niko. He's going to pick up the kill, but he barely stands at this point. And Device, who's been on point, looking to lock down middle. Kenny S on the other side, not with his op.
Yeah, they got a wrong read. It's Device alone.
And a heavy apartments presence. This could be everything here for G2. Device, he's going to have to turn his attention. Gets the Deagle kill blind, but then comes Kenny in from mid. It's dupreeh with a kill. Over towards pit, though. A player slips through. And therefore, the bomb plant also in their back pocket. Kenny kills Glaive as he's forced forward. And it all falls to Magisk. We tied at 11. We tied at 12. And now we tie at 13.
Yeah, the rounds exchange hands continuously. And it's another one that's just so strange, right? Like the tactic doesn't work out too well. It comes down to just this pure duel between zywoo and niko. And as soon as they win that, Glaive gets the idea, okay, it's probably going to be the B hit. That's just a blind gamble. It's not correct, but it was earned because of the kill that G2 won. And then it just comes down to the fact that Device, he gets isolated, he gets flashed, so he can't even fight back. He's lucky to get the one Deagle kill that he did, and then the split is absolutely perfect. And once again, they're right back into this game. Of course, Astralis still have odds in this half. They have been playing very, very well overall. They look more solid. The rounds that they win look less rickety than the rounds that G2 win, but we are in the closing moments. There's a bit more pressure now, and G2 might be getting some confidence back, having won some of these most recent rounds.
Buys upon buys. Still some cash in the coffers for Magisk after this one, but everything's getting shaky here. The nitty-gritty begins. Up very quick from Kenny, trying to find a target on Banana, and he takes it. Falls back with 14 HP. Yet another round, like last time, where G2 take that 5v4, but barely keep their fifth man up.
Lucky to have that be the opper, and seriously, there are entire halves where Kenny will go without opping, so it's a rarity to see that, and that's an interesting way to use it. He knows he's going to get naded down low, trying to go for that. But these are the risks you love to see G2 take with the talent that they have. Again, Astralis might have the better system slightly. And oh no, a smoke actually gets blocked. That could have gone to Moto. This could change things up. They can't let it shake them though. zywoo, he'll get pushed out of position a little bit. I'm gonna come through the smoke to fight him. zywoo adjusts, but Nexa takes him down in the trade.
dupreeh over towards the pit. He stops it. Device in the corner. He cowers. And Nexa's gonna take down his head. It's a 2v2 instead with dupreeh still towards that pit. dupreeh above and beyond for Astralis as he sits on 23 kills. And he's gonna go ahead and step out into the open. Magisk throwing his incendiary as dupreeh gets another kill. niko's taking it down to the 1v1. And dupreeh's in the open. 41 health.
Both teams need it.
And niko needs to reload. dupreeh's back into the pit. He's got a little bit of cover. He's got a little bit of time, but he doesn't have the kit. And niko just let him equalize the health. Now dupreeh's on the back of the bomb site. Still no kit. And dupreeh, he taps it once, coming in with the kill, but not with the time. G2 back in the lead.
That's all he needed to do. dupreeh needed more than anything for niko to commit, and he couldn't get that out of him. G2 break the curse. They get the 2 in a row finally. They actually could close this game out after such a big comeback from Astralis.
Man, niko just dancing with death there, giving him the hit on that little bit of a jiggle peek. I hope we get the perspective from dupreeh.
These are some...
Never committing to the gunfight, never giving him the chance at a headshot, but keeping him so distracted until time was the biggest issue.
He can't even pretend to stick. Just not enough time by the time he gets there. I like this because I like Kenny S coming out, being used like a scourge. Up Banana to go for that opening kill. A lot of bravery there. He was very directed. He knew exactly what he was going to try to do. He took the gamble. He took the damage. He got the kill. He got out. And then we had olofmeister, who also just created space, jumped through for the trade to make sure that the rotations could come in quickly, made sure the team knew that they were going to commit to the site. He said, I'm going through the smoke. You're going to trade me. They got the kill. They committed. It wasn't pretty, but they got the job done.
Couple of SMGs for Astralis. No chance for Kenny to go for that opening pickup banana this time around. And even if he had, Astralis sit back. Tidbit of damage with the nade versus device, but he stays posted on the angle. And he's got Xyp9x right behind him, hanging on to that smoke grenade for the moment he shoots. Let's see it. Device with one, jumps up, gets chased back by mantuu. It's Xyp9x here in the corner, looking for more than one. Mac 10, good for the double, a triple! The MP9 goes big! And Hunter, well, he's still here up close on smoke. And his entire team just died. 14 rounds each.
They defend. Those are his missiles. That second orange's position, whether it's on top or behind it, he is so damn good from there. We saw him beat up niko from that position in that critical 1v2 situation, holding onto the site with time against him. I can't believe he puts them all together. Even that long-range one. That's brought to you by the glasses.
Yeah, sure enough, man.
No way he hits that without glasses. I could not see that player in pool.
Zooms in on it, and look at this. After all of that struggle, after finally breaking through this curse of a CT side, they are strapped for cash. A tough decision for G2 to make, whether they invest in this one or let it slide and play for OT.
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm not in their position. I have no idea what the best course of action for them is. How much money are we talking about? Oh my God. I mean, you can't in good conscience buy with that amount. Oh my God, they're actually going to do it.
All right, let's see it.
Holy hell.
Listen.
I respect it. I don't know. It's a brave call to make to get everyone to agree with you to do. And look at this. They don't have a single respectable gun. It's all going to be these pistols. It doesn't mean that they're going to win, but I think they brought... Listen, if there's one thing that Nexa can do where he stands out as an IGL is call a good strat on a half-buy.
dupreeh gets aggressive. dupreeh's going to go right down into the T-ramp, kills Kenny, and mantuu not ready. 3 kills from dupreeh. No respect given as he takes them down. Hunter with the only bit of a saving grace, but Nexa loses face, and Hunter is all that remains. As quick as they come in with the buy, it gets denied, and Hunter has to walk away to lick his wounds. This is it, man. They tried it.
I'm so sad. We didn't even get to see what the utility was going to do.
No chance.
What the strat was to set up. They were all in position in ult, and immediately Astralis shut it down.
The disrespect.
The perfect counterplay.
Runs right at him. And I love the fact that it's dupreeh just boiling over with confidence. That took him to 28 kills on this third map.
He's top 10.
And proving it tonight. Hunter upgrades into the... Oh, AK. Hits him with the one tap.
There's no way he can win this round.
You want to bet on that?
Sure.
Okay. Safe bet, to be fair. But he did get that second kill with 76 HP. He would need the ace and a 1v4.
It doesn't happen. That's 15 rounds for Astralis after being down 5-10. They stuff him at the goalpost. This is dupreeh getting in the way of things. Even if it was going to be a cerebral round and there was a way to get back into this, it looks like a flash was being timed for the top of mid for them to get out there. But that's Kenny S going down first. And then the 2 players who are going to entry, olofmeister up front, of course, and his teammate both just getting blasted away with utility kits.
Well, maybe we get to see what they wanted to do, because it's a similar buy here in the 30th. See if G2 can pull it out of the hat. Device posted with the op on mid, misses the flick.
Okay.
And falls back.
That does open up space a little bit. They're actually coming up quick. Oh, Device tracks one.
And a second with dupreeh in the mix as well. Device locks this down. G2, they give us a hell of a run here on Inferno, taking it all the way to 30, but there's just no chance for Nexa. At Astralis, they've done it yet again, but a closer series.